Good morning and welcome back to the channel. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, make your own decisions. There's so many things that I want to go over. I'm going to go on a long tangent about all this coverage of the World Economic Forum at some point over the next few days. You know, there's a lot of coverage about this now all of a sudden. It's happening on Fox News. They're openly talking about the Great Reset and Klaus Schwab and all these other things and the Davos Summit and how they're just deciding to make decisions for everybody else. It's gone mainstream, guys. A year and a half ago, it was a conspiracy theory. Now it's gone mainstream. You got the more establishment media, not that Fox News is not establishment media, but you have the more establishment media like CNBC. They're just out there, you know, being the good propaganda arm that they are. And so that's where we stand right now. And, you know, you have all these content creators that are continuously coming out and talking about the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset almost on a daily basis. But yet, none of them make the connection between the World Economic Forum, blockchain, crypto, CBDCs, the new system. Nobody makes that connection. Nobody. But yet, people are talking about the World Economic Forum all day, every day. And people are talking about crypto and blockchain all day, every day, but nobody makes the connection. That's how fake all of these conversations are. None of them are real. All of these people are full of shit or they're stupid. That's it. Or they're, you know, when I say full of shit, they could also intentionally be lying to you and leading you off here, there, and everywhere. You know, I always try to go back to like the anchors in times of mass confusion. And there's so many stupid stories and stupid people just flooding social media, mainstream media. And so, like, there's so much crazy shit happening. I just have to go back to, like, things that I have the most confidence in, and that is that this is just the new system, okay? And if nobody's willing to say that openly, the further that we get into this, and the more that people start covering the World Economic Forum, the more that people start, you know, covering everything going on, the longer that happens where nobody makes the connection with Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, the new system, it just reinforces what I already know. And that is the thing. That is the thing. And that's why nobody has the balls to say it openly. Not even that. Sometimes they're trying to lead you all around in the wrong direction. There's people, I think of George Gammon's a great example. George Gammon, I mean, this dude's done so many videos on Klaus Schwab, I've lost count. But yet he'll simultaneously tell you that crypto's in a bubble and it's too risky. Now, maybe, guys, I am a person of average intelligence, okay? I'm not an expert in anything. That's that. But when I know the publicly available information that exists, and I hear some of the shit that I hear on a daily basis, and nothing against George Gammon. I'm sure he's a good guy, right? I'm not trying to... But guys, there's a lot of deception going on right now. And if you need more evidence, just understand that today you can go open up your YouTube app or go turn on the TV. You'll probably hear something about the World Economic Forum. You'll probably hear something about the Great Reset. You'll also hear conversations about crypto, about blockchain, all this other stuff. Nobody's actually connecting the dots. And it's not that hard to do. It takes one Google search. It's all right there. But nobody will connect the dots because all of this is bullshit. It's all fake. It's all propaganda. It's all psychological warfare. And it's just look over here. There's a squirrel. Take off running. And it's all bullshit. The fact that they're openly talking about, you know, a nuclear threat. And guys, listen, I'm not ruling anything out with a big boom happening at some point somewhere, okay? I think anything's on the table, and I think people should be prepared for anything. Now, but separately, the fact that they're throwing out all this nuclear threat, the fact that, you know, they're openly talking about the Great Reset, all these other things, but yet nobody, the things that are being talked about openly now, how far we have come is insane. And the things that they are openly talking about now, even on mainstream media, openly talking about the Great Reset and Klaus Schwab and all these other things, but yet nobody with a big platform will make the connection with the new system and what's happening right now. So that just tells you it's all fake. None of this is real. It's all bullshit. If the one thing that, I mean, think about it. Guys, there's no hold bars anymore. I mean, it's like there's not even any serious, I mean, I'm sure there still is censorship on certain things, But I mean, if you can openly talk about the Great Reset on Fox News and like on Ben Shapiro's show, if that's where we are in this whole saga that we're living through, I mean, guys, everything's out in the open, except the one thing that's not out in the open is the connection with the new system and it all being rolled out right now. People will talk about CBDCs, okay? People won't make the connection between CBDCs, blockchain tech, all these crypto companies, everything else. And it's all bullshit. So, I mean, guys, I'm going on an accountability tour. Listen, guys, I'm sure I come off as being kind of an arrogant douchebag sometimes, but I get so angry knowing the truth is one Google search away. Okay, this does not require extensive detective research. All right, this is basic level Google search one or two keywords and then just read. That's all this is. And the fact that nobody will openly say this, for the most part, guys, I'm just, when I say nobody, I mean 99% of people. And I'm not trying to hear virtue signaling, acting like I'm the only one that's bringing like certain things like this up. I know I'm not. I know there are other smaller content creators doing that. But this is just all a big show, a big song and dance, in my opinion. And, you know, if they can openly talk about the Great Reset, but yet nobody's talking about the connection between crypto, blockchain, the new system, then it's just all fake. That's the conclusion that I draw. It's all fake. So that's that. Outside of that, guys, I started buying again, and reason being because I don't think the S&P is going below bear market territory and holding. Now, I will say I'm 65-ish% on that. So not very. And honestly, you should expect the opposite, because in more cases than not, I'm wrong about price action. So you should expect the opposite. So don't do anything based on what I'm doing. But guys, listen, you know, I'm a big AMP bull. Oh, and that's another thing, okay? Altcoin Daily, he actually covers that, you know, Chipotle is accepting Bitcoin and never mentions AMP. Now, he does go on to say below that they're going to be using an app called Flexa. So if you don't want to pay with Bitcoin, you could pay with any other cryptocurrency. Never mentions AMP. Never. Now, at this point, I'm ready to say that there has been a coordinated media, independent media, which these guys are not independent, guys. These people are bought and paid for, and they wouldn't be in the position that they're in right now if they were not bought and paid for. And look at all the things that they won't say. Look at all the information that they won't share with you. Look at all the cryptos that they won't talk about. HBAR, XRP, Stellar, I mean, just on down the line. They will talk about Algorand somewhat, but not very much relative to what they've done up until this point and the amount of partnerships that they already have. So this is all just you know what? If you remember, when you remember that video that I did about Jack Mallers and Strike, and again, nothing against Strike or Jack Mallers, right? I mean, young kid already has his business to this point. I couldn't even imagine doing that at this age. I've openly said that, okay? Not trying to shit on him or his company. But you remember how, you know, how all the people in crypto, they were just, I mean, it was, you know, celebration and everything was, this is the biggest thing ever. This is changing the game, right? And when I came out and said, guys, this means nothing. This means nothing. Nothing. And within 2 days, this story have just vanished because it was a nothing burger. But yeah, everybody freaked out like it was the biggest thing ever. Now you have Chipotle actually saying, yes, we are going to use this company. And I mean, Chipotle, I don't think they're in the Fortune 500, but I think they're right outside, maybe right 600 range. Already being used by Sheetz, already being used by Lowe's, already being used by Whole Foods, already being used by Baskin-Robbins, Regal Cinema, so on and so forth, the entire government of, or the entire country of El Salvador. But yet, you know, none of that stuff really gets picked up. See, they don't want to tell you about the best opportunities in the space. They don't. They want to tell you about everything else. They want to take the best opportunities in the space and put them over here somewhere and never talk about them and talk about everything else. For the most part, there's a few exceptions here. Chainlink, for example, they'll all cover Chainlink. Chainlink, you know my thoughts on Chainlink, okay? And if you disagree with that, just do a thought experiment. Think about if Chainlink were to go down today. Think about how much chaos that would cause. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, then you don't understand what Chainlink does. So that's a separate thing, okay? Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. But, yeah, I've just started buying again. Could it go lower? 100%? I don't care. I don't care. I just, it's all too fake to me to take serious. Now, guys, I will say I'm 100% aware that they could pull anything. They might drop markets back down, right? There might be a big hack. Guys, there's so much shit they could throw at the normal everyday people. But it's all a bluff. In my opinion, it's all a bluff. Don't make any decisions based on that. Guys, I put my money where my mouth is, okay? I put my money where my mouth is. I'm looking at this very similar to like a card game. And I know the hand that I have. And my only way to lose is I fold. And I'm not doing that. Especially because what I'm watching on every single day only reinforces my position, only reinforces my investment thesis. When I see a company, guys, I want you to think about something. Since I invested in AMP, the entire government or the entire country of El Salvador has adopted them, and they're powering payments in El Salvador right now. Sheetz, the main gas station I use, is also using them. Chipotle, one of the places I go to pretty often, is now using them. They've made numerous other partners. I mean, Regal Cinema. I mean, I forget there's a few others as well. All of this has happened. GK Software, which is a technology that SAP resells. SAP, one of the largest tech companies in the world. So, yeah, I mean, that's just AMP and Flexa. You look at something like Stellar or Algorand. What has since I first put money into them, the amount of extremely bullish shit that has happened is crazy. And so I'm just going to continue business as usual. And I don't care what they do with the price. I'm not going to start questioning my own reality. I know what I'm watching. I know what I'm looking at. And what they're doing is they're implementing a whole new system all around the world. They're not going to stop implementing the new system, in my opinion. There is no evidence to date that suggests that they're going to stop implementing the new system. As it currently stands, CBDCs, something that I believe they are very committed to rolling out, run on the blockchain, are dependent, the way that it is currently constructed, they are created to run on the blockchain. So they are dependent on a blockchain infrastructure being in place for them to roll this out. And that's why all these pay rails are going bye-bye. That's why all these payment companies are partnering with crypto blockchain companies. This is going to be so turnkey before people even realize it. They're going to have all the pay rails phased out. See, first step, it looks like to be pay rails. Second step, and also as a part of the first step, you could call it, is corporations start moving business operations to blockchain technology. The third and final, and probably past that, is going to be us moving over to new social media platforms, right? Because corporations can just implement the technology, and their end users and the people that actually use that technology to do business operations within the company, they're just told, hey, yeah, we're moving to new tech, right? This is the new platform that we're using. But so that can be done top-down orders. It's harder to do that with moving individuals like us to new social media companies. So that's going to be the last phase of this, in my opinion. But the pay rails are going to be gone within a matter of 18 months. Pay rails is going to be gone. So, yeah, I mean, I think CBDCs are coming in the next 18 months to 2 years. And guys, I mean, maybe sooner. And guys, that's not too far off. And that's backed up by a lot of things that are being said in Davos, or that were said in Davos. That's backed up with the timeline for the Fed and the ISO protocol. All this is bullshit, guys. Could there be something that happens? I think they have 100% control over everything going on right now all over the world. and I'm not going to nail down the specifics there, but you can just take that for what it's worth. Might be wrong, might be right, don't know. Guys, all right, so I think they have 100% control over everything happening all around the world, in every single country, period. And so I don't see something coming out of left field from any of these countries that, you know, could cause a big shakeup. I could be wrong about that. I just don't think that. I know the level of control they have over this country. I know the level of control they have over Canada, especially with what's happening right now, over Australia, over the UK. So it's like, you know, I just assume they got it all under control. I haven't seen anything to suggest they don't. Everything that they said they were going to do, they're doing. They're doing it right now with no resistance. It's like they've just taken everything. It's insane. It's insane. It really is. So what I'm going to do is I believe I know what they're doing. Well, actually, they've told us what they're doing. So it's not like I've, you know, figured this out through some amazing intellectual, you know, whatever. It's just, this is what they've told you that they're doing, and they're showing that they're doing it right out and open. So, I mean, you look at all the blockchain companies that were out in Davos this week, it's just crazy. All right, guys, this has just turned into a wild rant with no real direction or anything. So I don't even know if I'm going to post this. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. But guys, listen, make your own decisions, do your own research. I am not getting out of this market. I don't care if Bitcoin drops to 25K. I don't care if Bitcoin drops to 20K. It does not matter to me. They're not going to shake me out of the market. I know what they're doing. And a lot of this, it's kind of my opinion, but a lot, actually it's not. They told you what they're doing. They told you this is the new system. They're implementing it right in front of you. So it is what it is. Could that change? Could they just decide that, oh wait, we're just not going to do this? That's possible. I think it's extremely, extremely, extremely unlikely. So in my opinion, the only thing that's going to stop this is a world-ending event, in which case it is what it is. So outside of a world-ending event, I don't see anything stopping this, because nobody wants to stop this, okay? That's why they're not willing to talk about it openly. That's why people will talk about everything under the sun, except for the biggest thing happening. They'll never make the connection because they control the media. They control alternative media. A lot of these people that a lot of individuals think are independent are not. I can't make any other sensible conclusion because they just won't say the obvious that all of us know, and that's easily verifiable. So it's all bullshit. I don't believe I just have such a hard time believing anything, because the biggest thing in the world is happening right now, and nobody will say it openly, but people will jump all around the topic without actually covering it. And all they're doing, they're just having people chasing their tails all fucking day long. So it's insane. It really is. I'm going on an accountability tour after this is all over, and it's going to be tagged #accountability tour. And I'm going one by one through all of these YouTubers, and I'm going scorched earth. I really am. Not for self-promotion or anything like that, just because, you know, we're losing the line with reality. And the more and more people will not openly just say the obvious, openly just say the truth, reality gets further and further away. And that's the situation that we're in right now. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So that's it, guys. This has been I couldn't even tell you what I just said, for the most part, over the last 20 minutes. So we'll see. I may not post this video. I don't know. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. That's it. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video, probably later on this evening, maybe tomorrow. I'm really fired up, guys. I think it's been 5 days of I've just been, you know, just been boiling. It's like a boiling pot, and I'm just ready to explode on so many different topics. So, all right, that's all I have. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.